Good morning, everybody. Uh, Damn, I'm tired. But it is what it is. At least I got more sleep last night. Anywho, uh, again, gonna be working on Prisca Tenebra. This time, working on some animations for the little snake guy. Little. Anywho, so yeah, uh, and let's start by starting. Alright, so that makes the ball. And I don't know how well that will work. Hmm. Well, the way to test it is by, well, testing it. Do I modify the jaw target at all? Hmm. Maybe instead of uh, rotating the skeleton, I should be rotating the character itself. Empty the track, copy, paste, move it into place, and let's try this. That, I think that works a bit better. Hmm. Maybe I should adjust the tail position. Let's move this. And in turn move this. And then there, have that in place. So let's update that. And the draw target will also be back here. Hmm. Seems I moved it a bit out of place. Let's see here. And hit target. Boom. Alright. Make ball. That looks exactly like I want it to. I was wondering why it seemed to be getting stuck. Okay, this last position needs to adjust. Alright. Then roll. Alrighty. Now I need to adjust the draw target. Starting there. Starting here. Then moving here. I want to open up a little bit. Alright, let's see how this does. Uh, Alright. Let's move this out of the way. Um, do I have a hitbox system already? So, it doesn't look like it. So let's add area 2D. Name it hitbox. Well, let's name it wheel hitbox. And then add collision area or collision shape. Make it a circle. And just make it the size. And then let's make the depot color red. Part of me is tempted to have it so that each segment has its own individual hitbox, or in case you get trapped in the middle. But this is what it is. Actually, if I have the jaw target as part of the head, it'll potentially make it easier to target it. Next one. And then to the next. Getting closer. Then finally, oh, let's try this now. Okay, let's move that so that's a bit closer. Alright, let's move back to here. Yeah, let's delete that key. This one. Actually, I'll leave here instead. So I can delete that. Alright. Let's also hide this hitbox. It's a little janky still. Hmm. The job position needs to get updated. Key that in. Cool. I just realized that the you win button spins around. Whee. Anywho. Alrighty. Let's save this. And then, oh yeah, let's add this. Not monitoring. I do want to attach the hitbox thing. Sure, let's make that blunt. 10 damage. Alright. Yep. And then let's key in monitorable. Why isn't it adding itself in? Okay. Monitorable. Okay. For some reason, then why add itself in? Regardless. Let's see. Yeah, let's turn this on. And then third key, with this one, we'll turn it off. Alrighty. Now what? Oh yeah. And for the make ball, like right when it gets to here, I want to add this in. Hmm. But it'll be false here. And it'll also be false here. But then once it makes the ball, it becomes true. Alrighty. Hmm. Alrighty. Let's add bar volley equals false. Actually, I'm gonna go to the animation tree. And just have make ball, roll left. Just for testing purposes. And make it a repeating animation. Now, I don't know if that'll cause it to move or not, but I get the feeling I'm about to find out. Let's see. Alright. So the jump is a little bit less responsive now. It seems I've forgotten to let it, well, be affected by gravity. So let's adjust that. Alright, let's just go into there. Or actually, let's add in a movement component. Alrighty, I messed up. Alright, let's add in a movement component. Alrighty. Our body for Bora. Off. Hmm. Alright, I'll need to add a couple variables, like jumping and sprinting. Alright, let's see if it breaks. There seems to be an issue. Hmm. Ah, yes. Ouroboros never updates the movement component. Alrighty. Let's start by adding this into Ouroboros. Yeah, let's access this unique. Hmm. Alrighty. Jumpers, physics process. Hmm. And update. Or copy the right thing, then paste it. Alright, don't care about the inputs or these. And bar, move, direction. Alrighty. Hmm. To move direction. So it's a vector. To and then last direction will also be that type of thing. All right. Let's see. and just get rid of update. For now, I'm just gonna have move direction. We'll move direction. Let's see how this does. Ah. Well, that doesn't cause them to move at all. But I do like how this turned out. Alright. Let's update this hitbox here. So it actually hits things. Alrighty. Oh. So the next question is, how do I want to control how the enemy moves? Well, I want it to move towards the player. So I should probably have a function to get player location. Player location. The question is, how do I get the player's location? Well, let's consider the options. We could just big ass search radius. You could also connect a signal. Basically to have the player or tell the boss where it is. Hmm. Is there another way? You'd also do like a ray scan. Though the ray scan could lead to some pretty interesting movement. That would be interesting. Especially if I have it so that the ray scan goes straight out of the eyes. Actually, if I do it that way, I could even have some behavior where it's like reared up, and then like scanning, and then if it doesn't see you, it rolls up and rolls backwards. Hmm. Anyway, I should probably add some hitboxes or hurt boxes. Hmm. Then again, I could make it so that it only gets hurt if you hit it on the head. And maybe the tail. But damn, would that be annoying. Alrighty. Hmm. Well, first I should set up the hurt boxes for the body. And get those done. Alright. So area 2D, create, add, collision shape, cool. And then I could just copy these things. Paste. And then call this seg hurt box. Then copy this. Then move this down. Cool. Then move up. Move up. Lots of segments. I wonder if it would have been better to make each segment its own scene. Probably not. Alright. Alright, this one grabs this. Alright, did I mess up that? No. Cool. Alright, and then grab hurt box 2. Hurt box 3. 4. Yeah. Duplicate hurt box 4. How many hurt boxes are there? Can you tell me how many hurt boxes there are? Okay. Okay, and you pick up number 9. I mean number 8. Alright. Now I can modify each of these. Let's shrink that height down a bit. Um, and then yes, really blowing it up right there. Anywho, And again, I could make it so it's like a or a rectangle, but nah. No, if I adjust it just right, I won't have to adjust each of them individually. Hmm. Actually, I kind of want to just make them all 42. Yeah, that should do. Five. Actually, I'm just going to update all these. Alrighty. Not that one. Not that one. Now let's update this one. Two. And now I could make it so that they all are the exact same, but I don't want to do that because I want to make it so that I can adjust each one individually. Alrighty. Hmm. Hmm. Let's make these green. Alrighty. Let's make them all the same color. Or maybe some other color. Yeah, green is good enough. Oh yeah. I also need to make it so that these all are in the right category of monitoring, not monitorable, and their collision mask is the player. Alright. So now we got that going. Now we need to add in some more, well, locomotion. Okay. Emit, health changed. Cool. Then for Bora Bora. Okay, get up to connects there. Update health, boss hurt. Cool. Yeah, let's add in that ray scan. Array from its origin to its target position defines the close object along its path. It intersects any. Alright. Go this will be not that, but let's say 1,000. Animation. I think I need to reset the rotation on this. Now let's grab the head and play around. I might want the raycast to be a bit longer. 2K then. Just so you know, there is a raycast, it's just really small. Alright. Yeah, I kind of want it so that like it jumps at the target, kind of body slams, gets back up. If it doesn't see him, roll up into a ball, and then spin. Okay. Animation, new, leap, right. Hmm. Uh, let's copy the tracks here. Just copy them all, and then I can remove the ones I don't want. Paste. Alright. Hit target, jaw target, wheel hitbox is zilch, rotation is normal. So let's start with the head target. Probably be about here. Or maybe like here. And then the end position will be here. Let's put this at like at the midpoint. Uh, hmm. Also, let's fix this jaw position. Alright. Jaw target. Boom. Wrong thing. Like right here. Yeah. The thing about here, I'm gonna want the jaw to be like fully open. Then I'm going to have to invert all of these eventually. Alright, animation, new, scan. Now the question is, when it gets into this position, it's probably going to roll back. And then do the rolly thing. And when it's done the rolly thing, it'll probably roll up. Or probably unroll. Actually, I think I made a unnecessary assumption. Because my brain was thinking with the limiting that it's a case of the snake would be clipping into the ground. That's not the case. Instead, it would be hitting against the ground. So it'd be pushing itself up. Oh, it looks like I'm talking a bit louder. Oops. Oh well. Alrighty. Oh yeah. That looks like it works a lot better. Make ball right. Roll. And then scan right. Okay. Edit, copy tracks. Wait a second. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Five, five. And if I make them all the same, I don't have to swap them. Alrighty. Okay. I should also make a get up facing right. Alrighty. Hmm. Actually, let's start with the uh, roll left. Why you rolled that one? Alright. Then let's edit, copy tracks, select all, copy, scan right. Actually, no, let's get up, face right, edit, face tracks. Then rotation is removed. Wheel hitbox turns to false. Alrighty. Let's start figuring out where we want this to go. Hmm. Actually, hmm. I might be approaching this the wrong way. Also, let's add in these hurt box codes. Hmm. Actually, because of how these are set up, I don't think I need the remote transform. So long as I put the right segment in the right portion. Okay, so these segments have to stay in place, but these hurtbox segments don't. Alright. And a benefit doing it this way is that it still allows me to scale the things, but also allows me to duplicate an entire segment in one go. Right. So if I want like 13 segments or something, I'll be able to do that more easily. I think I skipped the hitbox. Alright, let's move you. Click 7. Alright, you're in the right spot. Smooth. Ah, that goes ahead. But this goes to the jaw. Let's move that. Yeah, that's the wrong segment. Uh, okay, that goes into there, that goes there. And I believe this one goes here. Yep. And of course I got the wrong item. Alright. Ah, I think you were like 18 or something. Alright, now all the things are in the right locations. Actually, I should change this to head paw for paws. And then this to head bottom. Alrighty. Then let's connect these all to the uh, health component. Alright, those are all connected now. Alrighty. Okay, let's handle this. No, okay. Hmm. Could make it so it goes like this. Or that would require it to roll forwards. Hmm. Well, for this, I'm gonna want it to be at like this location. Yeah, that doesn't work. Alright. Well, to start off with, I'll probably want to go here. Oh, then it just works. Kind of. Welcome to the chat, Masky Snacks. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Working on a boss fight. How you doing? Oh, wait, I already asked that. Uh. Ooh, I wanted to have its jaw open a bit here. Jaw, jaw, jaw. Yes, I am making my own game. I am actually working with my fiance, who's going to be the artist, and my best friend, who's making the dialogue and music. Alright. Let's start with the jaw closed. Yeah. Right now, I'm also going to be trying to convince them to uh, allow him to let me do add in like modding and stuff like that. So I'm planning on making it so that ideally we'll be able to have it so that people can change the textures how they want them to be changed and then implement those because I think that'll be pretty cool. Oh, nice. Hey, feel free to give me a follow so that you can keep up to date with the progress. Because I say I stream at the same time each day. And thank you for the follow, oh Masky Snacks. But yeah, I stream for like 2 hours a day, every day, before I get up, like before I go to work and stuff like that. Oh, oh nice. Hmm. Yeah, that jaw opening is not as much as I want it to be right now. Hmm. There's a bit more of a jerky feeling right here. Maybe what I need to do is to get into position and then move down. Ooh, I think that'll do it. Hmm. Maybe I should. Hmm, I don't know. Maybe adjusting that a little bit helps. That does help a little bit. Alright. Now it's just a matter of dealing with that. I was seeing what game development is. See, I joined a Discord group that's trying to bring back an old Flash game. Happy Pat. Hmm. Ah, yes. Hmm. Interesting. Ah, have they figured out a list of features yet? Huh. But yeah, the past its time statement is an interesting one. I wonder if there was just a lot of bugs and the developers just got tired of fixing them. Uh, but yeah, copy tracks. Mm. All right, let's take these, those. Take these over. Hmm, interesting. Yeah, there's definitely some games that were like really good and cool on Facebook, while others were just, uh, let's say, money holes, to put it, let's say, money holes to put it politely. All right, get up. Hmm. So the people in the Discord have been trying to find help. All right. Hmm. What language are they using, or what engine are they using to build the game? Uh, what's going on there again? Oh, that's a bit too fast. Scan right, then leap. All right. Right now, I've been playing it through the search engine basilisk. Hmm. What is basilisk? There are no devs there, so they have been Googling how to do it. Interesting. It seems like based on the information I have right now, it seems like they might be using the old file that they somehow picked up and then running a private server. All right. Honestly, this might be the time to rebuild the game. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. You know what? I'm tempted to work on it. Though it'd be a case of okay, there's like 20 people in the Discord, like super small project. Hmm. I might be tempted to well, I'm kind of tempted to try and do a rebuild. It it wouldn't be it wouldn't be using like the original assets and stuff like that due to legal stuff, but I'd be probably using a lot of the same mechanics. All right. You know what? Uh, words. Yeah. Pop a link to the Discord. I'll check it out. Hmm. Oh, they bought the game. Ah, it might be a case of just trying to bury the game. Alrighty. Alrighty. All the info's there, but like I said, I don't know a lot about this stuff. I can. Alright. Yeah, I understood the meme. Hmm. Damn. Main correction here is the 300 to 400 lines of code. One script actually being 3,000 to 4,000 lines of code. Holy crap. Hmm. Yeah, I'll definitely have to try and check this out. Hmm. I suspect that a lot of the code stuff is due to whatchamacallit, server management. Because that'll probably be like, oh yeah, that's definitely the hardest part. Hmm. Hmm. But yeah, if I was to do a rebuild on the game, I would probably start by making a single player version and then trying to figure out the server interaction stuff. Hmm. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, game wise, I'm getting to the point where I'm running out of content to work on when it comes to the planning side of things. So having a side project like this would be kind of cool. Oh, there's also a fan made projects page. Hmm. All right. Looks like someone else is already. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like there's already some Godot devs in here. All right. Hmm. Interesting. It looks like they have a system for uh converting stuff from a Swift file to something that can be running Godot. Ooh. Hmm. It might be a case of uh people wanting transparency in the development process. All right. Hmm. Yeah, it's sometimes hard when you find like the game that scratches just the itch that you have, but then you don't you can't play it because it's been like abandoned or buried. Just pretty rough. Also, I think I have a good system going now. So now for the snake to get back onto the main topic. So yeah, leap right, make ball, roll, then get up. Well, that didn't work. Thanks. I've been working on it for some amount of time. Okay. So it's supposed to roll like that. So at this point, I need to go down further. Hmm. Then I need to go even further. Then almost. Oh, Prisca Tenebra is a alchemy themed platformer RPG. Basic rundown is that you start at like you wake up as a homunculus, uh, purify different guardians in the land, and then strike at the root of the corruption. And then make your way back. There's a lot of little details that like I'm not yet able to release, but that's the overarching plot. But there's definitely some cool stuff expected to show up. Oh no. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I forgot to snooze that. Mhm. Scan right, then leap right, then big ball, then roll, And get up. Hey, it worked. Hmm. Then scan. Then leap. Alright. Now I just have to do this again, but make it face the left. Alright. It's that time of day again, so I need to raid out and then go to work. Let's see. Hmm. Ooh. Let's rate this guy because he seems to have a similar vibe to uh Happy Pets. All right. So yeah, let's check this guy out.